Just a few months ago, we toured these incredible new homes in one of Kansas City's top suburbs for new construction. These two came in a little under $750, but the ones we're going to show you in this video come in under $650, almost $100,000 less. But on the other side of this, you've got a brand new phase, one of the final ones in this community, as well as several homes under construction right now that hit under $600,000. We've got to start with house number one. It is the Richmond, a reverse 1.5 story by Gabriel Homes. 4 beds, 3 baths, 29 square feet, just under a quarter-acre lot, and it's priced at a shockingly low $622,935. And as soon as you step inside, you got a clear line of sight front to back. We will show the great room and everything here in just a minute, but on the screen, we've got to put the floor plan. And this is a very important one to know because this builder, in that first video, we showed probably one of the most popular 2-story plans in all of Johnson County, possibly even all of Kansas City. This is Gabriel Homes Reverse, and it's also extremely popular. It's built both as a single family home, like we're touring today, and also as a maintenance provided villa where you have a 2-car garage instead of a 3-car garage. But more on that in just a second. The entry, it's nice, long, and traditional. You've got all the light coming in through the glass panel door. You've got the transom. It overlooks the front porch. But a lot of the touches that we see in here, like the block paneling, you've got the crown molding up top, and then these 3 light fixtures. We've seen Gabriel Homes do this in quite a few, including in a couple places in that model we showed just a few months ago. But one of my favorites is you've got this distressed wood stained accent above the case opening. And what's nice about this and what makes this plan so popular is you've got the staircase, the office, the bathroom, the mud room and garage entry all tucked this side of the house. It creates a lot of separation, but we're going to start in the office / the first secondary bedroom. This has a lot of custom built-ins, details that we've seen in other Gabriel Homes houses before. You've got the stained tongue and groove. You've got the shelving. This overlooks the front porch. But one of my favorite things is actually the door. I'm a big fan of this. You've got the glass panel stained door, which is a great look for the office. But around the corner, this is a full bath that services the main floor and also that first secondary bathroom. You'll see the oil rubbed bronze fixtures throughout the house, which is really unique. And then I also like the custom detail, the trim on those vanity doors. I thought that was a really nice look. But we do have the garage entry. So coming in through the front door, even if you're coming in through the garage, it all feeds to this spot. So it's not like the boot bench is disjointed or on a separate end of the house. I think that fit in there very well. Gives you a nice amount of storage. Now we will put a clip of the inside of the garage on the screen right here. It's important because you'll want to stick around for house number 2. It's got a nice little bump out, extra garage space, and a little bit of a unique setup for the garage. And we'll get to that in just a second. But the great room. This is nice, bright, it's open. Believe it or not, this house is actually 2,600 square feet, which for the price point is very impressive. The kitchen, I know a lot of you are looking for the cabinets to the ceiling. Of course, you've got the taller ceilings because this is a reverse, there's no second story. But the top row, you've got these glass panels. And then the hood, again, you've got these nice traditional touches throughout the house. You've got the stained hood with the shiplap. I've never seen that before, but I do want to point out the pantry here. It goes all the way around and wraps around the corner, which is really cool. So tons of space in there, but I do want to get a shot of the kitchen countertops. It's this nice leathered and unique, I believe granite. It's hard to tell these days. I believe it's certainly a natural surface stone countertop, but the nice thing is that this is all open to both the dining area. You've got a little recess out there. We will put a drone shot of the rear elevation on the screen so you can see the backyard, what we're working with. You've got the concrete patio. It's covered. But on the inside, what I like about this is that you've got the 2 windows on the side of the fireplace, so it lets in more light. And then because we don't have a second story and we've got these tall ceilings, You get this nice box vault. You've even got the stained accent fan installed. And then of course, you've got more trim work and detail, the stressed mantle on the fireplace, the board and batten. But we are going to head to the master. And before we do, one of the most unique things about this specific community, this specific Kansas City suburb, is that there are more options for new construction homes here than anywhere else in Johnson County right now on the Kansas side. The stats are all on the screen. You can see the city of Olathe, Kansas, the highest number of new construction listings in Johnson County, 348. It even tops a bigger city, the bigger city of Overland Park. You can see that median price. It's not just the larger number of options in the city. It's also very competitive prices for new construction. Comes in at $650,000. Less than Overland Park, Lenexa, Shawnee, Leawood, and many of the other suburbs on that list. But any questions buying, building a new construction home in Kansas City, we looked at some of the best communities, the best builders, and the most competitive prices. And we'd love to get some of the best options like these in front of you. So phone call, text message, email, we'd love to set you up for success. One big deal about this property, especially given the price point, so anytime we see a home that's under like 7, sometimes 8, sometimes even under $900,000, a lot of the time we see single hung windows, which slide up. This is a big deal. You've got casement windows, the ones that crank open. It means you get full airflow throughout the window. You also have a weather seal all the way around, so it's more energy efficient. And they look a little bit higher end because you don't have that bar blocking the view. So you've got these throughout the house. It's a big deal because even at lower price points, when we do see them, usually it's like only the front of the house. You've got the box vault, you've got the taller ceilings in here. One of the big things that we've noticed in Gabriel's homes, especially the McKenna model, is you've got these exposed hardware sliding doors. This one, you've got the French door version, which looks great. And then one other important thing, this all depends on the plan. Like house number 2, you'll see a tub in there. In this one, this specific bathroom, about 40% of the time nowadays, we're only seeing a shower. The nice thing about this one, I'll flip the light on, is you've got this beautiful tile that goes floor all the way to the ceiling. I love the black accents. You've got the niche built in there, the oil rubbed bronze fixtures inside. But yeah, about 40% of the time, we're starting to not see as many tubs as we normally do. But house number 2, just wait till you see that bathroom because it is huge. Nice thing about this one is above the trimmed out mirror, you've got these 3 windows, you've got recessed lights above, the sconces on the side, and a wall-to-wall vanity, again, with those upgraded plumbing fixtures. The water closet, we don't spend a bunch of time on that. It's just around to the corner. And then we've got a huge master closet with like 3 different sets of hangers. You've also got the knockdown texture with what appears to be a higher quality paint. And then of course this connects to the laundry room. You'll see this in house number 2 as well. Makes it nice and convenient. You've got the tile, you've got the built-in up top, and then space for hanging. Now we are going to take a look at the lower level, but really quickly, make sure to stick around for house number 2. Really unique garage setup. It's got a modern elevation, completely different plan than this one. But going downstairs, we mentioned at the beginning of the video, you've got the separation. That's going to make this lower level a whole lot more private than if this staircase was in the was exposed to the great room. So you got the designer carpet heading downstairs. And then you've got this huge rec space, all the recessed lights. Couple big differences between this and the second house you're gonna see. This one, the master is on the main. House number 2, it's a 2-story. But the second big one, I know a lot of you are looking for it, is a finished basement. And that's one of the reasons these reverse 1.5s, some of the most popular plans that you'll see all over Kansas City. You know, a lot of the time these lower levels, we'll see them built on a daylight or a walkout lot where sometimes you'll get some windows above ground or even an exit that leads to the backyard off the lower level. This one's on a flat lot. Sometimes you'll also see a wet bar, not a wet bar. This one, for the price, for the quality of finishes and the casement windows throughout, very, very impressive. But we do have 2 bedrooms down here. So here's a shot of bedroom number 1. You've got the egress window, so it does give you some sort of light down here. Closet is in the corner. In between, you've got a shared bathroom. You've got the tiled floor, tub and then tile from the tub all the way up to the ceiling. Then you do have a nice linen closet in the corner, and then finally, you've got bedroom number 4 in the house. But we've got to move on to house number 2. It is the Timberline 2-story by Calyn Homes. 4 beds, 3.5 baths, 23 square feet. It's on around a 0.2 acre lot, and it comes in under $643,000. Front of the house is just striking. You've got the sharp stained accent, which contrasts really well with the whites. And then of course you do have the angled roof line, the glass panels and the garage doors, and a bump out that we're going to show you in just a second. As soon as you step inside, again, you've got the line of sight front to back, but we're going to turn the corner to the left because you've got a massive open living space and a beautiful kitchen setup. But we've got to start at the entry. So floor plan will be on the screen right here. You've got an 8-foot front door, the side lights. This gives you quite a bit of privacy with a little bit of light coming in as well. One other thing that I like is they've tucked the staircase on the side of the house. So house number 1, they tucked it on the entry. It creates that separation. This keeps the upstairs bedrooms nice and private, which matters because this is a 2-story. So one of the big things here with 2 stories over the last several years, we've got more people working from home. Dining rooms aren't really used. A lot have been converted to offices. And that's exactly what we've got here. We've got a bonus office. So 4 bedrooms plus the bonus office. You got the modern 3 glass panel window there. You got the casement on the side, and then a beautiful accent wall, the nice board and batten look. But I commented on the office in house number 1. This one, you've got French doors with the glass panel, which is such a good look. And then this doesn't count as a bedroom because there's no bathroom except on the other side of the house, but we do have a double door closet in here as well. And just to kind of compare and contrast, you do have the block paneling here. We are going to round the corner and we'll start with the family room, which I love the striking black tile surround. They took it wall to wall. You've also got some stained built-ins. It's a unique setup we haven't seen before, but what it does get you is a wall-to-wall mantle on the top. But you have the trimmed out windows, oversized front porch. We'll put drone footage on the screen right here. It's a little bit bigger than what we normally see. And then you've got the vaulted ceiling up there as well. Now, before we get to the kitchen, which this house checks a lot of boxes, that kitchen specifically, I think they did really, really well. This community, it's called Boulder Creek in Olathe, Kansas. We've been here a few times over the last year or so, and like we talked about in the intro, this entire phase we're standing in right now was basically a dirt stage with a few foundations, and now it's almost sold out. They're moving on to a brand new future phase that's being developed as we speak. Both the homes in this video, they come in again under $650,000. They're both available right now as of filming this video. And they've got several under construction that hit even below the 600s. As you can see on the other side of this house, you've got the amenities. They're already established. You've got a clubhouse, pool, playground. You've even got a putting green right there, which is really unique. Pickleball courts, and it's nice and open for the summertime. On top of that, the prices go anywhere from the 500s all the way up to 800 plus. They've got villas, they've got single family homes, and we'll put the HOA for the single family and the villas on the screen right here. Big thank you to Grotto Development. We featured a lot of their communities on the channel. They've got some really, really good ones. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of them. We got to get to the kitchen. You've got 10-foot ceilings on this main floor, which is a big deal, right? With 2-story homes, since we've got that 2nd story above, you know, a lot of the time we might see 9-foot ceilings. The 10, that extra foot makes such a big difference. The other thing is this is really deep. So what you're seeing like right here is we've got a lot of dining space, and then we've got this nice alley just of space before you get to the island, which is a big deal. There's a cased opening up top, which creates a little bit of separation. And then what really struck me when I walked around the corner is this setup right here. So the kitchen perimeter. So you got the pantry on one side, garage entry on the other side. I'm a big fan of tucking the garage entry behind the kitchen. I think it just creates another layer of privacy. But you also have these flat panel cabinet doors. They go all the way to the ceiling. You've got this 3D tile on the backsplash, which is such a unique look. It's got a nice ceramic glaze. And then this is probably the first time we've seen a pot filler under the 650s on the channel. We've got a 5-burner gas cooktop. And then because this is a 2-story, something that we see that's very traditional in these types of plans, you'll notice the island, it doesn't have a sink. That sink is in the perimeter. It overlooks the backyard, which is something you're really only going to find with a 2-story these days. We'll get a shot of the pantry here in just a second. You've got a nice little spice rack in there. You've got enamel paint, so it's oil-based. It's not gonna leave marks or anything if you put things up against the walls. And then around the corner, we've got the stacked microwave oven. I forgot to say, we've also got downlighting, which under 650 for everything else they packed in here, the downlighting is a really nice feature to see. And then we're gonna get a shot of the mudroom and the garage entry here. I like the beaded paneling and also the kind of the antique hooks. You've got the stained top on that boot bench, tons of storage. And then to the left, you've got a drop station, the built-in cabinet, you got a cabinet above. And to the right, we have a half bathroom. So this is what services guests on the main floor. Nice, clean, you've got quartz countertops in there on the vanity. But what I'm really excited to show you is this garage, because look at how bright that is. I'm gonna put a clip of the front elevation on the screen. That window on the left-hand side really gives you another 4 or 5 feet here. But what's nice is you've got these frosted glass panels in the garage doors, which makes this so bright. It's not just the window there. And then another thing, for this price, I think this builder, Calyn Homes, does a great job. We've worked with them in the past, pricing a very unique plan for one of our clients, which actually had 2 master bedrooms. And I remember all of the pricing, all the allowances, included a lot of value for that end price. But one example of that is not all builders are going to have garage doors already installed. This one does. I know that's a small thing, but it can make your life a lot easier when you're moving in and when you're spending this much money on a new home as is. The other unique thing, I'll put the front of the house on the screen here, is you've got the single car bay closer to the front door, which is just a unique setup. We haven't seen that before, so let me know down in the comments what you think about that. We are going to head to the second level. This one has a lot of things that I like. One is you've got the landing in the middle, which if you've got a growing family, younger kids, could be a safety thing. Nobody wants a really steep staircase, which is usually what we see in 2 stories. But coming up here, I'm slightly out of breath, but we're gonna pause for a minute. You've got a little loft space, which is super nice. So you can fit a desk, sitting area, whatever. It's very rare that we see this in a 2-story, so I just wanted to point that out. We will get to the master at the end of this. We got to save the best for last, but the linen closet right off the stairs. We'll be quick through this one. This is bedroom number 1. You've got a view of the playground, the amenities across the street. And we're going to turn around because you've got the Jack and Jill. So you've got the shared bathroom in the middle, pocket doors for efficiency, saves you a little bit of space. And then you've got the toilet bathroom, and we'll go straight on through to the second bedroom. Now this is, most of the time with these 2 stories, 4 bedrooms, you're gonna have 2 that have a shared bath, 1 that has a private bath, and then of course the master. So we're gonna take you across the hall. This is actually the front facing bedroom. You can see that casement window. Some fairly tall ceilings in here. We've got about 9 feet. The other bedrooms were about 8-foot ceiling, so this is nice to see. And then you've got a private bath in here, which is actually really big for a 2nd level private bath. You can see the quartz countertops on the vanity. You've got the flat panel cabinets like we saw in the kitchen. And then for what all of you are probably waiting for, you've got the master at the end of the hall. So the nice thing about this, we'll put a clip on the screen. You've got a clear line of sight from this door all the way to the staircase. So you can keep an eye on everything that's happening on this level, but huge. You've got a sitting area right here. You've got the 2 windows, the accent wall, similar color to what we saw in the office downstairs, the box vault up top, which gives you about another foot And then you've got the crown molding throughout. Now, this builder, we toured their pine expanded model. It was a reverse 1.5 in that first video a few months ago. And they had a very similar setup on the door leading to the bathroom. But this one, I think, is beautiful. You've got the decorative kind of hardware standing out on top, the different enamel color, and I love the frosted glass panel. This is kind of a modern house. I think this goes really well with it. And then this bathroom is just huge. So you've got separate vanities here. You've got the accent enamel color. I love that they went ahead and frosted this window. Again, for this price point, a lot of the time we just see this like wide open, which means you got to get window treatments right there. They also tiled this entire surround, which is great. Freestanding tub, it's always an upgrade. Usually the standard is going to be something built in. This builder, again, I'm very impressed by what they're able to include for the price. And then we'll open the shower. You've got the Euro glass panel door, some very exotic backsplash or surround going all the way up. You got a nice little bench. And then we're going to show you around the corner. This is the most amount of glass corner shelves we've ever seen in any shower on the channel before, which I thought was pretty cool. But straight back, we've got the water closet. Around the corner, we have the master closet. So not as big as house number one, but you do get some interesting spaces. One of those is the boot bench. It overlooks the front of the house. And then if we take a couple steps forward here, you can see you've got cutouts on both sides. So they made use of this space very, very well. Lots of efficient storage, built-ins, etc. And a lot more cubbies than we typically see in a master closet. But here's the deal. I know a lot of you, especially in a laundry room, are looking for a built-in with a separate sink and faucet, and that's exactly what we've got here. The fact that they did quartz, I mean, we've toured homes up to $1 million that are just Formica tops. This is impressive to see. The additional built-ins, face frame shelving, and then around the corner, it's not just the pattern tile, but you've also got the additional built-ins up top. But any questions buying, building a new construction home here in Kansas City? We tour some of the best communities, builders, floor plans around the metro area. My goal with these videos is to show some of the best options to you. Make sure you get as much value for your money as possible. If you'd like specific insights and advice to your situation, the types of homes you're looking for, give me a phone call, text message, email. I'd love to set you up for success. 2 things on the screen. This is a video. It walks you through the whole process of buying or building a new home in Kansas City. And this one right here, this is the video YouTube thinks you'd enjoy the most. So click here or there. We'll see you on the other side.